local library. We didn't give it a name. Yeah. What can I help you with today? You're joking, right? I just read that. Last week. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see if it's in stock. Who is the author again? I'm blanking. Thank you. Looks like it says we have one left. I can definitely go check. Did you have any other kind of interest, or did you want to pick up a few books today? Oh, you just moved to the area? No way. That's super cool. So it's your first time in here. Do you want to get signed up with a rewards program? It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It mostly just benefits you. It's every 9 books you rent, you get the 10th one free for a week. Sweet. Yeah. What is your first name? How do you spell that? Because I feel like I'm definitely gonna mess that up. Okay. Last name. Cool. And date of birth. No way. You're joking with me. No, I don't need to see your driver's license. I believe you. You just look wonderful for your age. Alright, I'll skip a few steps here. It's just asking for like more details, not like address and all that stuff. I don't need that stuff. And here, go ahead, if you will, sign that for me. It's on this little, right here, just sign that. Thank you. And you are good to go. Let me get that printed out for you. Just wait for that to come out here. Alright. There you go. Cool. Let me go see if we have that in stock. I'll be right back. So unfortunately, it's one of those things, like if you've ever worked in like a retail store where sometimes it says we have one in stock just because it got mixed up in the system. So I couldn't find it in the back or on the floor, unfortunately. It looks like 2 people are due to have it back in the next like 2 days. So that should be, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, by who? Okay. We do, yes, we have 3 in stock. Yeah. Cool, okay. I will have someone bring that one up here. Let me just bring up, what was the book called? Did you get that? Okay, thank you. Perfect. I mean, there's only 2 of us working, so the radios are kind of useless. I could just like yell, it's just like, don't need a lot of people for a library. You get me? Thank you. There you go. Cool. Oh, this is just a stack of returns. Like, people just return these books. Oh, you want to take a look at some? Sure. I mean, just off the top, Tuesdays with Morrie, looks like someone left a bookmark in there. Probably because they never finished reading it on their YouTube channel. That's me, I did that. Good book, solid book. I've definitely read the whole thing. It's about an old man it's about a young man who meets an old man just brought me that book. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. For my 7-year anniversary, she got me this. I've been here forever. Yeah. Yeah, I'm 57. Working in a library, what can I say? Keeps you young. Hatchet. This is a book that almost every single person in the early 2000s read in class at some point. It's basically about a boy who crashed in a plane on his way to see his father. He's stuck in the Canadian wilderness, and his hatchet, and that's it. A boy, a hatchet in the wilderness, and that's it. And this is a Newbery Award winner. It's an old one, but a very, very good one. A great read, even if you're a little bit older. Just because it's a young man's book does not mean it's not an old man's read. That's why it says that over there on the wall. Did you notice that? Right over there. Yeah, I wrote that quote. Yeah. This one. Sweet, dude. Here, put it off to the side there for you. Should we just go down the list at this point? Cool, yeah. The Giver. The Giver. Also a Newbery Medal winner. The Giver, is a good one. I can't remember too much about this one. I haven't read this in a very long time. Interesting. I'm just gonna read the back to you. Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna read it. It's too long. It's too long. I don't want to read it. Okay. This next series is a young adult series once again, but it's a very, very good series. It is, it's, the first one's called Unwind, and the second one is called, I believe, Unholy, which is, I also have here. And then this is Unsold, and there's also Undivided. Yeah, there's four in the series. These are a very, very good read for, again, dystopian, kind of out of this world kind of thing. So essentially, when you're born in this series, when you're born, you can, you have a few options. Your parents can abandon you on someone's doorstep, and if that happens, then you have no choice but to be instantly adopted by the new family. And as long as no one sees you, you're allowed to abandon your child, essentially. You can get storked. It's called being storked. So for you can be passed around for weeks to different doorsteps, and if people oh, I already have 5 kids, I don't want another one, leave it on someone else's doorstep, usually at night, then you will be adopted, essentially. Then between the ages of 14 and 17, you can be unwound, which is essentially if you are a bad child, then your parents can send you to a harvest camp where you can be taken apart for parts. So kidneys, fingernails, toes, hair, eyes, everything. And it's like a professional harvest camps where they take you apart, and basically, if some guy's dying of a heart attack, he gets your heart, kind of thing. That usually only happens if you're a bad kid, and then there are people who end up in foster homes, and they usually just end up getting unwound based on if there's overpopulation in the foster homes, which happens pretty often. And then through all of those things. It gets really deep, later on in the books. Just based on looking at the back of this one, I'm remembering there's like basically a Frankenstein kid, the first kid to ever just be made of purely parts. And they're like, oh, you don't have a soul, you don't have a soul. It's like, it's very ethically confusing, I guess. Because it's like, if you could live in that world in the future, would you want people to be able to be sacrificed for, no more cancer, because we can just take your liver out if it's cancerous or whatever, right? Those kinds of things. And, obviously I'm not like picking a side on that. It's a really good read. That's this one. That's also this one. And it's also this one. We got Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity. This looks like a book that honestly, I think I was supposed to finish this and didn't. Yeah, practice stress-free productivity. Setting aside the time. All good things that everyone should know, So, might be worth a read. How do you feel about this one? Not your vibe. You're already an expert on everything in life. Hey, fair enough. We also have, was an interesting one. The Testaments of Cerebro Sanctuary, Book 1 by the Snake King. This one's a little bit shorter, but it's definitely good. It has, I think, 12 testaments, if I remember correctly. Let's take a look. 20 testaments. I was completely way wrong. And every single one has its own sort of detail, vibe to it, and definitely provides some insight on the different perspectives that you're allowed to have in life. Testament 5, what was broken can be rebuilt. Testament 7, we have drilled too far. Testament 8, it does not have to be dark anymore. Testament 2, turn your scars into stars. Testament 15, do not be afraid of the unknown. Testament 16, we manifest what we believe. Testament 19, embrace the unexpected. If you haven't already, pick this one up. You can also get this one on Amazon. The Testaments of Cerebro Sanctuary. Definitely a good read. Would recommend. I read this one myself, and it's a lot easier to apply these things to your real life than you think. It's all about mindset and willpower. Next we have classic, The Business of the 21st Century, by the same guy who made Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert T. Kiyosaki. Great guy. Met him myself. Yeah, a couple years ago. He did a book signing here, so a little insight there for you. Yeah, solid read. Another great book. Things That Make White People Uncomfortable by Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett is a former football player. distracted reading about one of the Super Bowls. Great book. Another great book. They're all great books. Your local library. What can I say? What can I say? This next book, A Shining Beacon in a Pool of Darkness by Mr. Kreischer. Another solid book. Can't find it on Amazon as well. This is a local author, actually. Local to the Earth, this planet, somewhere. Probably Puerto Rico. Who knows? It's Puerto Rico. This is and it's about a man in the fishing industry who really goes for it and gets screwed, essentially, to put it short. I had to ask my buddy about that one because I haven't finished reading it yet, but don't want to spoil it for you. Another good one. Oh, yeah, classic. Lindsey Vonn. Apparently I got this signed by Lindsey Vonn. I had no idea. Lindsey Vonn, local to the Salt Lake City area, probably. Also, can get this one on Amazon. I gotta stop promoting Amazon. We're a bookstore. You want to read the books before you buy them, so don't go to Amazon. Yes. Yeah, this is about a woman who, long story short, like snapped her leg or legs and then recovered a couple years later and made it back into the skiing world and went on to the Olympics. Another great one. How to Win Every Argument by Madsen Peary, who is local to the Michigan area. And this one, you know what? You're not allowed to have this one. I gotta clean this one before anybody else uses it. I don't even know what that is. Dirt. You know what? We were too lazy to take off the sticker for this one, but got it for a good deal. It's a couple years old, and with these self-help books in 2006, the problem with these ones, they're great reads, but they don't apply to modern day. So like iPhones and game consoles and the internet and AI and all these things are not. You'll read some of these and go, oh, that would be a nice solution, but that doesn't exist anymore. You know, Jazzercise or whatever doesn't really exist anymore. Alright, that's gonna be looks like, okay, one more. You got a good amount of books here. I'm happy for you. Alright, let me see that membership card real quick. Perfect, thank you. Beeping sound. And here you go, take that back. Alright. It's gonna be $4. Yeah. New member fee. It's not much. I mean, you got 19 books. You got more than I named. Yeah. Took it all of books.